Hi everyone, I'm Colette with Body Compass Discovery, and as some of you may not know, I'm also a PiYo instructor. So I'm going to do a little breakdown of the current round that I'm teaching. Some of you may be doing a PiYo live class, some of you may not even know what PiYo is, and you just want to try it out. So this is a blend of Pilates and yoga, and the one that I'm on right now is round 56. So I am going to do just a breakdown of the full flow section. So that means you do an entire flow on one side of your body to a song, and then you have a new song that you do the same exact flow on the opposite side. When I break it down today, I'm only going to be showing flow right. So just know that you would do the exact opposite of everything I'm doing once you get to the left side. I am going to break it down and show a modified version of the flow first, and then for the second half I'm going to show the advanced. That way you get both, because it really, just like a yoga class, depends on what level you guys are on. So I'm going to kind of break down each move. When I teach a class, it's an 8-week course. So we have 8 weeks to learn these moves, to memorize the choreography, to get better at them and push ourselves, and you end up with the full flow at the end. So obviously in this video, I'm not gonna do all of that. So it's kind of like a run through and just some tips kind of for each move. So essentially it is made up of 2 sections, the first half and the second half, which each has 4 combo moves, if you will. So the first one, you are just going to be down in a deep lunge, and then we're going to open twisted lunge to the right. You want to make sure that back leg is straight, and I'm going to repeat each move twice just for this demonstration. In class, we'll do it 4 times, then cut that in half, and then flow through doing each move once. So moving into your second move, modified. You take it to a single-legged dog. Maybe you're not there, so maybe you just come into a down dog. If you are, you can always lift that leg up. And then I'll show you the advanced move in the next section, but right now, just come into plank if you're modifying. Now, if you do want to advance it a little bit more, you can take that leg up, and then that leg that's up in the air can come right down on top of your other ankle for a single-legged plank. And that would be your way to kind of step it up a notch if you needed to. Take it back up. And then we're going to do a modified version of the flip. So you're just going to come down to your knee and then kind of turn to the side. So that leg that was up in the air is out straight. You're on your knee. Try and keep it parallel and make sure that your hand is right under your shoulder. And then we're just going to lift up, take it back down, and do that again. Just kind of working those obliques, and then take it right back over. So you're kind of in like a tabletop, and you would push it back to your down dog or single leg and bring it through. This is the last move of the first half. You're coming into a deep front lunge. Power those hands up. Come down, strong pose, and then repeat that. And you kind of give a pulse here, working that lower body. Now, like I said, we would go back down, start at the beginning, cut everything in half, but we're going to go right into the second half, which you're going to take it to the back of your mat and lunge towards your left foot. Walk it to the right, and this can be as low or as high depending on your flexibility. So take it back. And now when we come to the right, we're going to turn that foot to the front and prep for a tricep dip. But like I said, we're modifying. So really, you're just going to bring that back leg in to your front ankle. Now all of my weight is on this stabilizing leg. My fingertips are really just here to hold me in case I need it, but I can lift them if I need to. So you're not putting your weight on your hands until you do a lift. Now, that leg depends on how high that leg is, depends on your flexibility. So take it back down, knees are bent, and then lift. Now for this next move, the leg that's in the air is gonna come right down to the ground. We're kind of doing the same move we started with, except it's more at a diagonal. And then we're gonna twist open. and then thread through. So your hand comes down right in between your hand and your leg towards the back, and bring it back up. Now, if this feels very uncomfortable to you, just adjust that back leg. It really depends on how diagonal you are. So that right hand is to the ceiling, thread it through, your hips dip towards the ground, and back up. Now, when we are modifying, this hand drops to your thigh and use it to push yourself off. Take it out to the left, deep lunge, switch to the right, take it back to the left. This is a little bit quick, and then tap in. Right hand comes up. Down again, switch, left, and tap it in. And that concludes the flow for the modified. So I'm going to do the exact same flow, but I'm going to show you the advanced version. I like to do both in class when I first demonstrate, and that way you can push yourself to your level and hopefully end up at the advanced at the end of the 8 weeks. So that first move, it's not very different. If you're advancing or modifying, you're just in that deep front lunge, twist open to the right, take it back down. Once again, I'm repeating every move twice. Take it back up, lower that hand, take that front foot through and back, single-legged dog. Now this time, instead of bringing it to plank, we're gonna bring the foot all the way through and dip. So when you're dipping, you want your hips to be hovering above the ground, and think of your body like a corkscrew. That leg that was in the air, which to me is my right, that hip is the one that's dipped to the ground. Then take it back up. One more time, back through. When you come back up, it's a full body move. You're pushing off the ground with your upper body, but you're starting from your core. So think of it like someone has a string in your belly button. They've pushed you down and then they're sucking you back up. So you come from your core as you go back up, if that makes sense. And now, instead of dropping the knee to do a modified side arch, we're gonna do a full PiYo flow. So the foot that's in the air comes all the way around to the ground. Now, you want to land so that your hand is right under your shoulder, like I said. So if you need to kind of fall towards the front, if that makes sense, you're planting the foot that was in the air, and then you're going to be on the side of your left foot in this case. Now you want to be hovering. You can sit, of course, if this move is something new to you, and then you're going to lift up. You want to be looking towards the front and then take it back down. Think of hips to the sky. Think of this like kind of a half wheel, if that helps, if you're used to yoga. So once again, take it back up and down. Now when we come back over, you can essentially launch yourself right back into single-legged dog, depending on where you are in your practice, or drop that knee and kind of roll back through, kind of mixing the modified and the advanced. Multiple ways to get up, really takes the same amount of time. Come back through, plant the foot, power arms up, take it down and pulse, and again. Nothing different here. Moving right back into the second half. Now, instead of walking your hands to the front, use that core and just come right to the front. Switch, left leg. Once again, coming to the right, you're gonna turn that foot back to the beginning. Now for a full tricep dip. So this time, your weight is going to be in your hands. You still bring that back leg in to meet your ankle, but you dip forward. So you're pushing into the ground. That's going to work the triceps. Think of it like you're face planting, but not. So down and then lift. 3-point balance. Now if you're advancing, you can practice lifting off the ground and open. Depends on where you are, if I could get it. And back down. You do have a couple counts here when you're learning this. And back down. Shoot it back. Same diagonal twisted lunge. Thread the needle. Back up. Repeat. You want to make sure you're Chest is lifted, you're looking to the ceiling. And then, yes, you can still put your hand down on your thigh if you need to, but try and use your core and lift yourself up. Out to the left, right, left, and balance move. Up, back down again. Of course, you can always step it in, and then you're done. So that's a rundown, advanced and modified, of the full flow, only on the right side of body, which is weird to me because I got half of a workout. So of course you would switch around and do the left side as well. Thanks, guys.